We gotta go. Moment of silence. No. But Raymond, like, I don't know. I'm like super, super busy. He never asked nothing. And the next thing I know, he goes, hey, have you watched any of the Bobby Lashley stuff?
Oh, yeah. He texted us that yesterday.
He texted me, and I'm like, man, I'm driving, and I'm on the way to teach class. I have watched nothing. I might know some things about Bobby Lashley. I don't know, but I haven't watched the current product. But I did see Raw. I mean, I know I watched Raw. So I think they're using Bobby Lashley great. I think he's a beast. He's amazing. I like the fact that they open Raw up. He comes out, but then everybody, like, so there's the Universal titles, and he's my dude, Archer, Damian Priest. So pumped. That's
your guy.
That is my dude, man. That is my guy. That dude's a superstar. I mean, when I was watching this promo, when he was talking, I was like, I think he could be a little darker. He seemed like super like somebody's cool brother or something instead of like this. I want him to be more. I want him to be like me, like I'm booking the shit. Like I'm not booking, but Damian. I picture, and you're gonna dig this because you're gonna get it.
Here we go.
So Damian Priest is Lestat and Queen of the Damned.
Oh, cool. Mm-hmm.
Right. That's what I see.
Okay.
Fucking rock star. Yeah. Like just a rock star. Like
with way less mesh t-shirt.
Yes. And a little vampiric, but a whole lot vampiric. But oh man, he's just got that. But when he did the promo, I was like, something was missing in the promo. But he's still my dude, no matter what. But then you had Sheamus come out with the bro kick, and then you had the guy Drew McIntyre, Galloway or McIntyre there, Drew McIntyre there, come out. So that's great. But then you had Bobby Lashley come out, like who's in the mix of everything. So they're really keeping them current. Then then you have Riddle come out with Randy Orton. They got that new crew, and I'm a Riddle guy too. I like Riddle, so I'm like, ooh, opening episode. I got all my dudes out there. I'm like,
they're
gonna go. Only thing missing is Edge coming out, but it was Raw, so he hasn't switched over to Raw yet, or if he is, I don't know what's going on. But I was like, I was happy because to see Raw open up like that, and then they set up two solid matches out of there. The 3-way for the Open Challenge or whatever, the Universe, whatever it's called, and then Bobby trying to go and MVP for the tag titles and stuff for Randy Orton. And then you had AJ sitting out there ringside with that big old dude that just sweats a lot. Or I don't know if he's sweating a lot.
Oh, I just met him actually.
He's super nice.
Weekends ago. Yeah.
I actually trained with him when I was guest coach at the PC. That like I worked out with him. He really wanted to learn everything, but he's just so damn big, And
I met him at MegaCon, and it's funny because like I just saw him. He was just there, and he's the type of guy like obviously he stands out in a crowd, and like I had to do a double take, and then I was like, I mean, he is tall. This is a tall man.
He's big. So they came out there. So then you had to watch poor MVP wrestle, like, and there's a lot of history of MVP, South Florida here. Like, I could tell you, there's a fella named Daryl Primetime. Do you ever, Daryl? Daryl's wrestled for years. Well, Daryl used to be, I'll get back to that, but let me go. Like, so MVP, they wrestle, right? So he's got that bad knee, right? So now actually it looks like there's some thought maybe in these storylines. Maybe not a lot of thought, but there's thought. So you have, Goldberg, they hurt Goldberg's knee, right? So like Lashley and Goldberg. So he takes Goldberg's knee out, right? So now then Goldberg's son, Gage, right? He comes in and they put, what is it called? The Hurt Lock? What is it called?
Yeah.
So he put that in, put MVP, like everybody can be Lashley, but MVP, his facials, I think he's the best manager right now in professional wrestling. I think by hands down, to me, like that dude is on point. He's smart. He's intelligent. He understands the game. Yeah. He's come from the streets. He's been to prison. He's done the grind. He's rose up to the top. He put a rap album out. He's like, he's got his own variety or whatever comic show that he does too, like kind of like Cactus does or Mick, like kind of where they go around. A lot of wrestlers are doing that comedy, kind of tell you a story thing. I mean, he's got so much going on. So he's super intelligent, super got his thumb, his pulse on the pulse and everything. Comes out there, but his facials are like, he's putting everything over. Like when they put the Hurt Lock on, he like realized he knows it's Goldberg's son, but like Lashley's on kill mode, like I'm Bobby Lashley, which I think is amazing because like he's just, I think he's amazing right now. I think he's on top of his game ever for he's older too, he
looks great.
I think he's in his late 40s.
He's 45.
Yeah, but he's on point, man. He looks great, and he just is a beast in the ring, and everything he does. Like when that tag match, he came out and so they did that package deal up to that, and then whatever, Gage is hurt. They did a clip during the show with Goldberg, but they hardly showed a knee. Like maybe there was a knee brace on. I don't know. I couldn't tell, but they edited it. But they plugged the Goldberg's garage, which is cool. I like cars and trucks and shit like that, so that's all cool. Goldberg. So they're making things personal. Goldberg knee got hurt. His son now felt as that he's come in and now he's got shoulder and neck problems from the Hurt Lock. But then you got MVP selling this like, oh God, you don't know that that's his son. What have you done? Yeah. What have you done? But like Bobby Lashley's like this cyborg destroyer.
Monster.
Yeah, he's just a monster. I'm on kill mode. The world is mine. But I'm taking every title there is and killing everybody in between. So they're just building them. I love how they're doing it. And then they have that tag match, and then you got MVP, who's clearly working on a hurt knee. Like he's done the angle and this and this and that. So I don't know that he's fixed it or not, but to be in the ring, but he's walking like I walk. He's got my gimmick. He's got that kicked out knee, and he's like, I don't wear braces on it, but he's braced up, which tells me he's probably got like MCL and PCL. He's probably got a lot. Mine's just bone on bone, and it's deteriorating, right? So I either get the new knee, like that told me, or I just ride it out a little longer. But I think he has something that needs to be repaired, like
So
like
he needs some time off, but
time off. But he could come back. It's not a knee replacement, but he's got obvious issues. So now they put him in the match, and I don't know where they're gonna go from there. Like he's got a bad knee. I'm just I can speculate all I want. I mean, but use your imagination. So I think you're gonna keep making this personal. I think Goldberg's gonna probably hurt somebody to get even, trying to get it on manager. So I don't know. It's really, really cool to see the buzz around Bobby Lashley. I don't know a lot. I mean, he came when he debuted. What was it on Raw or something? Like he lost or something, right? It was like horrible. Then he just rose up. Now they're really doing something now.
Oh yeah, he's like top of the company, him and Roman Reigns, right? I mean,
right.
Like,
so but if I got to go Roman or Lashley, I'm gonna be a Lashley guy over Roman. So.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. But because I just like watch when he gave those tackles in that tag match. He came in when MVP was in there. They got a little heat, whatever. MVP tagged Lashley and MVP rolled out. It's like he put him right. Somebody took the post. I think maybe it was Orton. I don't know who was in there, but he came in, shoulder tackle. Then he crawled back and come and charging with another one. The forearms, the aggression. He was just like a friggin' giant pit bull that you couldn't stop, like just like end of days or something. There's the end of times. This big demon beast walking Earth and collecting souls. This is what he looks like.
Well, like the thing that's always like so interesting to me is like these guys that like don't have to say a word, but yet once they're in the ring, like they're speaking volumes. It's like it's menacing and scary. Like you said, he's a monster. He's a machine. I
think he's the best. This is the best he's looked in since he's been wrestling. For me, as a fan, not a wrestler, but as a fan, watching as a fan.
Well, I know. Like the other thing that Raymond kind of wanted to touch on was
go over here, buddy.
You're bye, Squatch.
Hey, Squatch, you're sweating me up. I'm starting to sweat. Got a long day ahead of me.
It is the whole, Goldberg intermittently. He pops up every now and again. I mean, do you think his appearances are as impactful as a one-off from, let's say, someone like Brock Lesnar or The Rock?
Well, Brock Lesnar's comeback is, like this babyface, but he probably will be around longer than Goldberg. Goldberg, I mean, he's had injuries. He's older. I mean, I think they're just one-offs, and it makes sense to just keep the ratings up here and there when they need it to help boost things. So, is it impactful? Yeah, I think people like Goldberg. There was a whole WCW generation that was like worship Goldberg. Like, let me ask you this: how many Goldberg tattoos do you see on older, like 40-year-old dudes and 30-year-old dudes?
I've personally never seen one. Do people have Goldberg tattoos? Really?
that tribal he has. That tribal. Goldberg had that exact tribal. I can't go a day without running into somebody my age or a little bit younger, well, in their 40s or 50s, or 40s and 30s, late 30s and 40s. With a Goldberg tag. It's like that Goldberg tribal, that same exact tribal. Okay. And I've seen girls with it on their back as a tramp stamp.
Listen, I'm about the tribal. I thought you meant like a portrait of him. Like
no,
his face.
Nobody wants
like,
Goldberg on him.
I was
that's
like,
the kind
that's
of
a
portrait
choice.
Johnny Knoxville on here, Jazz Steve-O.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No. That particular tribal tattoo. Yeah, it's signature Goldberg.
Oh yeah, I can name like a couple right now.
Right. I mean, and a lot of the guys like I wrestle every weekend, and I'll see a guy and I'll see the Goldberg tattoo on him. I go, all right, I know what I'm in for tonight.
Maybe I'll get one.
Yeah, I'm not getting one.
No, you don't want to.
No. Well, nothing. I'm not having anything against them. I mean, I was never a giant Goldberg fan. I got along great with him, like, but as a wrestler, he was just It was very limited. It was like he had that streak, but and nothing against him. It's just that I don't think he was. He's a great guy, but I just don't think he was he wasn't a Brett or Owen or a wrestler for say like that. He was just Goldberg. They built him for what he was, and it was great. You know, he came in jackhammer, spear, or whatever it was, or spear, jackhammer. So they built him as a monster beast. Lashley's built as a monster beast, so I guess it's appropriate they clash and they have something going on. I mean, I hate to see them. I don't like the word hate, but I don't like to see that the older guys always get beat, but I also don't like to see him come in and beat the other guys that are trying to build up and make stars. So it's a tough spot there, you know. It's a really tough thing. But I think they're doing it personal. They got a little storyline at least, you know. They made it personal with Gage and coming in, the dad and the knee and stuff. So I'm interested to see where it goes. So,
I always
interested to see where it goes.
I always think it's interesting seeing them involve like actual family members. I always think back to like the Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, you know, and Dominic was like part of it. I mean, I think it's cool, you know, as long as the kids are like willing to, you know, go with the storyline, and it seems like Goldberg's son is. I
guess it's cool if you're a wrestling family and they plan on going into wrestling. I don't know if I'd want my family involved in something if it wasn't going to go no further than that. You know what I mean? If they weren't going to be potential wrestlers or something in the industry or do something.
Well, Anna's, you know, she...
Yeah, well, she's like, I call her my daughter, but she's my stepdaughter, so I didn't have any say on what happened there. She was already in it. She came, I met her like her first day. She came, and then I think her mom brung her and then surprised her with the wrestling school, but then surprised her with like a WrestleMania or something, like when it was in Orlando or something. She was like 14 to train. So that's when I met her. Then I went away and I met Twilight that same day, Jay Vidal.
Yep,
and
Twilight.
So then I came back and I was there for most of their training, helping out, and then I would go to England and come back. But then I opened my own school and they came. So yeah, I met her mom by training her. So but then now they're my family for life. So
exactly.
Yeah.